Right, let's speak to Vanessa now, who is live for us in Khayelitsha. Vanessa, residents are talking about a myriad of issues. Service delivery, their houses are also not, are without numbers, and therefore making it impossible for police to be able to locate. There's also issues around resources.
Yes, good evening to you. And indeed, this is exactly what residents have been telling us each and every time we visit areas such as Khayelitsha. I mean, just today, I'm standing outside the Harare police station. Now, if you remember, the two mass shootings that occurred in Kanini as well as in Ndlovini falls under this Harare policing precinct. We know that in the first incident, 5 people, 1 woman was killed, 4 men. In the second incident, 2 women and 4 men were indeed gunned down. And that, of course, just a week apart. And as I was standing here getting ready for this broadcast, I spoke to a gentleman, and I'm going to introduce you to him right now. His name is Michael Malusi. As we speak, since the time we got here at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, people have been streaming into this police station. We understand that from Monday to Friday to Saturday to Sunday, the steady stream of complainants coming in to lay charges to complain about crime in the area seems to be an upward battle. Mr. Michael Nyati, good afternoon to you, sir. We are live in SABC at the moment. Sir, when I spoke to you just now, you were telling me that you are actually here to report a crime. So you live in Ndlovini. Explain to us what had taken place. Why are you at the police station today?
Ma'am, I'm here in Ndlovini. The past three, there was the 6 guys was coming to rob us. They want a firearm. I give the firearm. They say to us, "We're sleeping. We're sleeping." When we're sleeping, they shoot. They shoot, and when we are sleeping, they just yeah. And then now we are here in police station. Come to report that the police there's no vans. We are waiting for the vans now.
Mr. Nyati, you saying that you've lived in Ndlovini for quite a long time. Just the situation, I mean, I told you earlier on that I'm so sorry that you had to go through this harrowing experience. It's very traumatic, yourself and your wife, what you had to go through today. The experience of living in Ndlovini, we know that Khayelitsha on a whole has been expanding over the few years. What is your experience of living here in terms of the crime levels?
Other day, ma'am, there was a crime was happening in where I'm working, in Khayelitsha Cemetery. There was a guy I was owing money. So that guy, when I was owing money, now he calling his friend to collect the money, but he's not coming to me, right, to collect the money. There was when I was a firearm, because they was come to kill me, because there was a panga and the spades. So when I was a firearm to me, I was trying to just not to kill them. Yeah. Just to
protect yourself and to scare them.
Absolutely.
Sir, just in terms of the kind of reaction, I mean, we know that police seem to be doing their best. Is this a sentiment that you would agree with? Do you think that police are doing enough? Do you think that the fact that Khayelitsha has expanded so much that it's difficult to get into the informal settlements, do you think that this is part of the problem with policing in the area?
No matter police, you call them. They're not coming now. It's better to come straight to the police. And here to the police also, you're coming to stay here. You're waiting for the van. The van is not coming. Even now, when was I was here? I think it was past 3 I'm here. I'm waiting for the van. The van is not here.
Do you feel safe, sir? Do you feel safe living in Khayelitsha?
I'm not safe in Ndlovini anymore. I'm not safe here in Khayelitsha.
From your point of view, what must happen? Whose responsibility is it to ensure a safer community for the people of Khayelitsha?
I don't know who responsible for the safety in Khayelitsha.
Mr. Nyati, thank you very much for speaking to me, sir, and I wish you and those that suffered this horrible experience all the best, and that you get the help that you need very, very shortly. Mr. Michael Nyati, There, of course, one of the residents of Ndlovini just speaking to us about the crime situation. He himself a victim of crime today. Just yesterday, I had a chat with the acting Community Safety Minister here in the Western Cape, Andrew Murray. I mean, we've spoken to her about a number of issues in terms of how the province is assisting with keeping communities safer. She was talking about the LEAP program, the Law Enforcement Advancement Plan, as well as what the department has been doing in terms of illegal liquor outlets and in a bid to curb crime. Let's take a listen to what Minister Andrew Murray, acting Community Safety Minister, spoke to us about in terms of policing and crime in Khayelitsha.
The LEAP was extended to 2 areas in Khayelitsha which have been identified as murder hotspots according to the SABC crime statistics and the forensic pathology data of the Department of Health. And these areas are the Site B policing area and the Harare Police Precinct. Almost 90 LEAP officers are deployed in each area on 24-hour basis, 7 days a week for enhanced law enforcement capacity and to support the SAPs. The objective of the Western Cape Safety Plan is to halve the murder rate in the province over the next 10 years by integrated law enforcement, social cohesion and urban design interventions. These interventions are based on data and evidence and is designed at addressing the challenges of violence holistically. And these interventions have been implemented to a certain extent, some more advanced than others. The department co-chairs the Anti-Gang Priority Committee, which reports to the provincial joints. This committee is responsible for the implementation of the provincial anti-gang strategy. And the anti-gang strategy has a strong focus on youth from a violence prevention approach. The implementation strategy aims to take a life course approach to tackle the problems leading to youth participation in crime gangs. This will be implemented by the province in the high-risk areas. And the department facilitate a series of stakeholder engagements in Khayelitsha and Harare and developed an implementation plan focusing on youth at risk. The plan aims to engage youth at risk in schooling activities, out-of-school activities, and in recreation and sporting activities. It involves the intervention by a number of involved stakeholders. With regards to liquor outlets, the alcohol harms reduction game changer was implemented in Khayelitsha, specifically in Linguletu West. The approach also focuses on liquor outlets and adopts a multi-stakeholder approach to addressing the problem. And the Alcohol Policy Task Team is now working on amendments to the Western Cape Liquor Act to ensure better regulation of liquor outlets. The department is also working with the Western Cape Liquor Authority to ensure regulation of liquor outlets. Like I said, the aim of the Western Cape Safety Plan is to halve the murder rate in the province over the next 10 years via the integrated law enforcement, social cohesion and urban design interventions. And the reason why urban design interventions were identified was because of the impact of spatial planning and urban design on safety, as a growing number of informal settlements has a negative impact on the urban design of an area, as there is an increased demand on infrastructure and services from the occupants of informal settlements. It has a negative impact on crime in areas like Harare and Khayelitsha, and the objective is to address the safety issues related to planning, infrastructure and informal settlements.
And that is, of course, the acting community safety MEC in the Western Cape, Andrew Murray, talking to Vanessa Puna, our reporter. And of course, as we continue to focus on crime, one of the things she talks about there is the fact that they are planning to halve the murder rate, and we are going to be zooming into that. But Vanessa, let's thank you there for now, and we'll leave it there with you. That's SABC News reporter Vanessa Puna coming to us live from Harare Police Station there in Khayelitsha.